All right, guys, welcome back. Old Guys Gaming. We've been a couple days since we've streamed, but time to get back to the 1990 season of the Cleveland Indians replay. Coming in after Friday was our last stream. We knocked off the White Sox in our last game, 7-5. Now we get to go north of the border and take on the Toronto Blue Jays, who come in on a record 8-5. And as you can see, the Indians are here at 5-5. We're 2 back of the Red Sox. It's going to be a tough series. The Blue Jays were pretty solid then. We're going to be sending to Greg Swindell against Willie Blair in the first game of the series. Looks like we're facing 3 lefties and a righty right now. Let's take a look here before we get started, and take a look here at some of the see if there's any deals. Oh, we know, and when we were doing this, Jesse and I were talking last week about our last stream, but talking about bringing in the veteran Minnie Minoso. Now the 66-year-old just signed a minor league contract with us, and he's going to be playing in the minors on in that. That was kind of like just as something fun to do here. But real quick, taking a look here, the weekly power rankings. That's the National League. You can see the Astros are the #1 team in the NL, and over in the that's the minor leagues. That's the AAA team. Our AAA team is #1 in the PCL. So in the power rankings, we are 14th. The Indians are right there in the middle of the pack. We're taking on the Blue Jays, who are, in fact, where are they? Am I blind? 5th. So this should be a tough series. As we can see, jumping in here, some of the bats are going. The only one that's really kind of struggling has been Jerry Brown. He's only hitting a 182, but he started to get a couple hits in his last game. The rest of the offense is kind of there. Mitch Webster's had a little bit of a slump. He's only hitting 205 on the season after having a strong start. Kenny Maldonado is still leading our team with 5 homers on the year. 10 ribbies, hitting 286. Before I'm thinking about it, let me get the comments turned on there. There we go. The stream. Boom. And let's see. Pitching wise, still struggling. Buddy Black and Tom Candiotti's ERAs are well over 6. Black leads our team in wins with 2. He's 2-1 with a 727 earned run average, trying to get that back down. He's walked more than he struck out. Candiotti's been had a really solid outing his last time, 1-2 on the year, a 675 earned run average. So we'll have to see how things are going. But what Swindell's on the hill today, making his 3rd start for our next thing there, and see Olin pitching well. So we got some stuff going. So let's dive in. They're not going to make any changes as of right now with the team. Like I said, we're in a pretty good spot. Here and there, Colorado Springs is 10-2 on the year. We sent Albert Bell down to bring up Alex Cole, so we have another center fielder. So we'll see how things go here. So let's get into this game here. Let's take a look at our starting lineup. So we are facing Willie Blair, who's a right-hander. He's a young right-hander. In fact, he ends up coming over in a trade to the Indians later on in his career. So we're going to see is Webster. Nobody seems to be tired, so we're going to probably go with our normal look here. Deion James still at first. I struggled to put Hernandez in the game with his just not hitting the ball. And his defense is pretty shoddy. Let's see. We're all looking good there. Let's see. Corey Schneider there. We'll do that. Jacoby shouldn't be batting that low. I think that looks good. Oh, no, Chris James is down too far. There we go. Let's swap them to right. Okay. I think we are good. We're going to go with that there. So let's kick it off here. Oops. As I double clicked here, as we are in. Oh, I didn't load the. Shoot, I forgot to load the right stadium for the Blue Jays. So we're going to be playing here. I don't think I can cancel this game. No, I can't. All right, so we're going to have to stick with it. All right, so I'll load it for the next 3 games here. That was my fault. I thought I had it loaded here. But all right, we go. So Willie Blair's on the mound for the Blue Jays tonight. He's 1-0 with a 3.75 ERA. This is start number 3, I believe, for him. This is his rookie year. Really, that year he went 3-5 with a 4.06 ERA. So Mitch Webster is leading off. He is hitting 205 with a home run and 7 RBIs on the season. So we'll get into it. And I will get the right stadium. I'll get the Sky Dome loaded for our next game in the series here. So here's the pitch. I'm gonna change the view here. That's a line shot deep. That's deep and off the wall. Mitch Webster will be with a leadoff double. All right. So that's a good way to get things started here. So I want the dynamic action camera. I don't think I can really change a whole lot here, can I? So we might have to leave this up our third base stands. Here we go. Wide camera. That's what we want. All right. I don't know why it changes on that. Initial pitch, wide camera, pitch. Let's do wide camera. Action cam, leave wide. All right, here we go. So Jerry Brown's up next. He's hitting at 182. I said he's struggling. He's 3 for 30, 6 for 33 on the season here. So here's the pitch from Blair. He's gonna lay that bunt down and get the runner over to third. Good option. Oh, it's an error at first base. I think we're gonna get a run in on the error. The little flip. Yes. Webster will trot home and score. Brown will move up to second base. So defensively for the Blue Jays, that's why we have some time. They've got George Bell out in left. We've got Mookie Wilson in center and Jose Felix. Is that Jose Felix? That was Felix. There's it. Junior Felix. I forgot about him. Junior Felix out there in right. Kelly Gruber at third. Tony Fernandez at short. That would be Manny Lee at second base. Yep, Manuel Lee and Freddie McGriff at first, and Pat Borders behind the plate. And that's all right. So here is Deion James hitting at 296 with 3 RBs. The 1-0-1 to him. On the ground there to Lee over to first for the first out. So 1 down, runner on third now. Here is Candy Maldonado hitting 286, 5 homers and 10 RBIs. The 1-0 to him. And he will line this one right over the jumping Tony Fernandez to get the second run in, his 11th RBI on the season. Corey Schneider stands in, hitting at 314 with 5 RBIs. The 1-0 to him. Maldonado is going to try to steal, and he's going to be tagged out. So Borders is wiped out 6 of 16 on the season. So 2 down now. Here's the payoff pitch now to Schneider. Ground ball hit the short. That's going to get through for a base knock. So we keep the inning going with a 2-out single for Chris James hitting 242, a home run and 5 RBIs. The 1-1. And why are they trying to steal? I don't understand this. Well, the caught stealing will end the inning. So we go to the bottom of the first inning, 2-0 Indians. Now let's see. Batting for the Blue Jays, Fred McGriff is leading off at first base. Wow. Pat Borders second at catcher. We said Jose. Why I say that there? Junior Felix, the right fielder, batting third. Kelly Gruber is the third baseman, bats fourth. Tony Fernandez fifth at short. George Bell out in left, bats sixth. Mookie Wilson in center, bats seventh. John Olerud, the DH, bats eighth. And Manny Lee at second base, bats ninth. Facing Greg Swindell, making his third start. He's 1-1 with a 3.46 earned run average. Here's the payoff pitch. Yes, I am back, Rev. And there's a shot by McGriff deep to right field. It is deep, and a leadoff home run is 5th of the year. Fred McGriff, just with one swing of the bat, cuts the lead in half, 2-1. Here's Pat Borders hitting 302. Home run, 6 RBIs. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on the ground, hit the short. Fermin up with it over to first for the first out of the inning. Maldonado's in left, Webster's in center, Snyder's in right, Jacoby at third, Fermin at short, Brown at second, Deion James at first, and Alomar doing the catching. Pretty much been our go-to lineup all season. Here's Junior Felix hitting 188 with 6 RBIs. That's a ground ball hit to second, and Brown will make it over to first for the second out of the inning. Here's Kelly Gruber, third base, hitting 367, 3 homers, 14 ribbies. 2-2 pitch. Caught him on that. No. Did he went? Yes. Strike 3. So we go to the top of the second, 2-1 Indians. That'll bring up Chris James, who was at the bat when Schneider tried to steal and was thrown out. And he will go down looking for the first strikeout of the day by Willie Blair. Here's Brooke Jacoby hitting 226, a home run, and 5 RBIs. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. That will be out number 2. Second strikeout for Blair. Second of the inning. Sandy Alomar batting. He is hitting at 172 with 2 RBIs on the air. The 1-1 to the rookie catcher. On the ground to second base. Nice play by Lee. And another error. Alomar will move up to second base on that. That is a bad throw. Second error of the game for the Blue Jays. So that keeps the inning alive. For the number 9 hitter, Felix Fermin hitting 241 with a couple of RBIs. Here is the 1-0 pitch. This is hit high and deep to right, but not deep enough as Jose will stand there and make the catch. So Indians get a runner on, but can't do anything with it. We go to the bottom of the second. It is 2-1 Indians. Tony Fernandez here leads off. He's hitting a 267 with 5 RBIs. The 0-1 pitch to him. He's in the air to center. Webster will just kind of move over a little bit and make the play for out number 1. Trying to take this team to the World Series, Rob, but in 1990, the Indians were not all that good. They finished under 500, so we'll do our best. Here's George Bell hitting 262 with a couple of homers and 7 RBIs. The 0-2 pitch is hit in the air. That's a gapper. That's going to get down. I believe the 1990, the actual World Series, was the Reds at the A's. So we'll see. Here's a 1-out double for George Bell. That brings up Mookie Wilson, the center fielder, 279 with 8 RBIs on the season. The 1-1 to him. On the ground to third, Jacoby will grab it over to first, and it'll be an infield single. Wilson hustled on the line and gets the infield single. So runners now on the corners with 1 down. Here's John Olerud, the young first baseman. He's hitting 214 with 3 homers and 8 RBIs. The 3-2 to him. And that's a ground ball hit right past Brown. That'll tie the game at 2. Wilson will motor on over to third. The throw coming not in time. So the Blue Jays will tie the game at 2 there. Here's Manny Lee. Manuel Lee is hitting a 256 RBIs. The 3-1 to him is hit a fly ball to center. That should be deep enough to score Wilson. Webster grabs it. The throw coming in, and it is not in time. So the sac fly will get the Blue Jays in front, 3-2. Here's Fred McGriff, top of the order. He is 1 for 1. He had a solo home run back in the first inning. Here's the 3-1 to him. On the ground to first, James up with it, and he'll take it himself for the 3rd out. But the Blue Jays add 2. Take a 3-2 lead as we go to the 3rd. Mitch Webster leads off. He's 1 for 1 on the day. The 0-1 pitch from Blair. This is hit in the air to left. That's a base knock for Webster. Maybe Webster's starting to come around. Started to struggle a little bit, but we'll see now. We got a leadoff runner on. Here is Brown. Joey Brown walked his last time up. He hit a bunt. Did exactly what he did right here. Sack bunt moves the runner up to second base. So another good at bat for the Governor. Here's Deion James. He's 0 for 1. The 1-2 to him. Swing and a miss. That's Blair's 3rd strikeout. 2 outs now. Candy Maldonado up. He's 1 for 1 with an RBI. The 1-0 to him is hit in the air to left, but right at George Bell for the final out. So the Indians get a runner on, but can't do anything with it again. So it's still 3-2 Blue Jays as we go to the bottom of the 3rd. Pat Borders up. He's 0 for 1 in the day. Swindell will kick and fire. That's a line drive single to left. That's going to get down and go to the corner. Maldonado's up with it. Borders will take second and get in there with a leadoff double for the Blue Jays. Now comes up is Junior Felix. He's 0 for 1 on the day. The 1-0 to him is on the ground to short. Fermin up with it. Lots of time over to first for out number 1. Here's Kelly Gerber, the 3rd baseman. He's also 0 for 1. The pitch to him. Line drive right at Brown for out number 2. He'll grab it. So 2 down now. Here's Tony Fernandez. He's 0 for 1. The payoff to him. Fly ball to center. Webster will be there for out number 3. So the Blue Jays get the leadoff double, but again, strand him there. Top of the 4th we go. 3-2. Blue Jays on top. Here's Corey Schneider. He's 1 for 1 on the day. The 0-1 pitch to Schneider. It'll be a line drive right at the ground ball at the short stop. Fernandez will take it and fire it over to McGriff for out number 1. Here's Chris James. He's 0 for 1. And he'll walk. 4-pitch walk from Blair. That's Blair's first walk of the day. There's Brooke Jacoby. He's 0 for 1 on the day. The 0-1 to him. This is a fly ball. Hit the center. Easy play there for Wilson for out number 2. And that brings up Alomar. He's 0 for 1. The payoff pitch to Alomar is a line drive to center. This should be pretty simple. Wilson will grab it for the 3rd out. So Indians get that runners on, but can't do anything with it. And we go to the bottom of the 4th, still 3-2 Blue Jays. Right. Leading off now is George Bell. Bell is 1 for 1. Swindell stands in a 2-2 pitch to Bell. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 2 on the day for Greg Swindell. 1 down. Here's Mookie Wilson. Just saw Willie Wilson. He is 1 for 1 today. Here's the 3-1 to him. And it's inside. That's ball 4. That's the first walk issued by Swindell. Got the guy with speed on the bases. Wilson has 1 steal on the year. Here's Olerud. He knocked in a run his last time up. The payoff to him. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and Alamar's throw will get him for his 3rd runner gun. So the double play, the strike him out, throw him out, double play. The Indians will get out of the inning. It is 3-2 as we go to the top of the 5th. Blue Jays on top. Here's Felix Fermin. He's 0 for 1. The 2-1 pitch from Blair. Ground ball hit to short. Fernandez will fire across the diamond and throw out his counterpart for out number 1. Here's Webster. He's 2 for 2 on the day. Use the 2-0 pitch to the center fielder. Ground ball hit to second. Lee up with it over to first for out number 2. Jerry Brown's up. He's had 2 sack bunts today. The 2-0 pitch to him. That's a line drive. That's going to get down for a 2-out single. It's another guy that needs to get his get it going here. So 2 outs, runner on first. Here is Deion James. He's 0 for 2 today. The payoff to him. Ground ball hit to second. Manny Lee up with it. Will fire it. Oh, another error. That's the 3rd error on the day for the Blue Jays. I don't know if that was on Lee or on McGriff, but that is very, very unlike them. So 3 extra base runners they've given, 3 extra outs they've given them this game, and Indians have not done much to capitalize on it. Here is Candy Maldonado. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI. Here's the 2-2 to him. That's a fly ball to center, but Mookie Wilson will come in and make a sliding catch to end the inning. Indians had 2 on there with 2 outs, but couldn't get anything across. We go to the bottom of the 5th, still 3-2 Toronto. Manny Lee leads off. He has not had an official at bat, but he has an RBI, a sac fly, and he's walked. Here's the pitch from Swindell. That's a line drive to right field. Schneider will grab it he'll plan a bounce, but it gets away from him. That's going to be an error on Schneider, allowing Lee to get to second base there on the miscue. So a runner on first now. We've got, runner on second now on the air. Fred McGriff, top of the order. He's 1 for 2 with a home run today. The 1-1 to him is in the air to right, but Schneider will grab this one for out number 1. That brings up Pat Borders. He's 1 for 2 today. 2-2 to him. Ground ball hit to first. It's just past Deion James into right field. Schneider up with it as Lee is coming to home to score, and he will make it there. Toronto takes a 4-2 lead now. The error is costly. So Borders now on first with 1 down. Junior Felix at the plate. Here's the 3-1 to him. That's a fly ball. That's going to get into the gap. That probably will score Borders as Webster plays it off the wall, throws it in to Brown as, they're going to hold him at third. So we got a 1-out double by Junior Felix, and we've got runners on second and third now, 1 down. Kelly Gruber at the plate. Here's the pitch to him. Popped him up. That should be an easy play for Brown. He's under it, out number 2. Tony Fernandez, he is 0 for 2 in the day. Here's the 3-2 to him. And that is ball 4. Loads the bases there on Swindell's second walk of the day. Bullpen is going to start to get moving out there as George Bell stands in. Here's the 3-1 to him. And that's outside. That's going to be another run in. It's make it 5-2 Blue Jays on Swindell's 3rd walk. So the bullpen is getting up. It looks like it's going to be the right-hander Rudy Cianez is up in the bullpen. Here's Mookie Wilson. He's 1 for 1 today. The 1-2. Strike 3 called, so he gets out of it. So we go to the 6th. Toronto adds 2 more. It's now 5-2 Blue Jays. Willie Blair has gone 5 innings, allowed a run on 5 hits, walked 1 and struck out 3. And standing in is Corey Schneider. He is 1 for 2 today. The 2-2 pitch. Caught him looking. Strike 3 called. 4th strikeout for Blair. Here's Chris James. He's 0 for 1. The pitch coming to him. That's a hit high and deep to right. That's going to get out of here for Chris James' 2nd home run of the season. 382 feet. The Indians will cut the lead now to 5-3 on James's 2nd home run and 6th RBI on the season. That brings up Brooke Jacoby. He's 0 for 2 on the game. The 0-1 pitch to him. Fly ball to center. Bet Wilson is going back to the track. It's off the wall, and that will get Jacoby in with a 1-out double. So Blair's given up a home run and a double already after getting the first out of the inning. Here's Alomar. He is 0 for 2 on the day. The 2-0 pitch to Sandy. Ground ball hit the third. Gruber will grab it, looks back the runner, and goes across the diamond for out number 2. Here's Felix Fermin. The shortstop is 0 for 2. The 2-1 pitch from Blair. There's a fly ball to center. Wilson will be there to grab it, but the Indians tack one on. They get one back, cut the lead now to 5-3 as we go to the bottom of the 6th. And that'll be it for Greg Swindell. The Indians are going to the bullpen. Rudy Cianez is coming in. I believe this is Rudy's second appearance. It is. He has tossed 2 innings, allowed 1 hit, a couple of walks, and a couple of strikeouts in his last outing. So Olerud's up. He is 1 for 2 on the day. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Rudy Cianez. Yeah, it's a little blooper, but Fermin will be there for out number 1. That brings up Manny Lee. He's batting from the left side of the plate now. Moves, switches it around. He's 1 for 1 on the day. Here's the 1-1 pitch to the second baseman. Ground ball hit the second. Brown up with it. Over to first. Out number 2. Fred McGriff, he's 1 for 3 with that home run today. The 2-2 pitch to the crime dog. Swung on. That's a little blooper. That's going to get down in front of Schneider, who's going to take it and bring it in. So a 2-out single for Fred McGriff. Pat Borders now in. Borders is 2 for 3 with an RBI today. Cianez's pitch is going to be deposited into right field. McGriff will keep motoring. He's going to dig all the way to third, and as he tries to make it up to second base, the Indians are able to get him on the throw from Corey Schneider. So nothing across there. The single trying to stretch into a double didn't do it for Pat Borders, so the Indians get out of that jam. Go to the top of the 7th now. Mitch Webster will lead off. It's 5-3 Blue Jays. Willie Blair's still on the hill. Webster is 2 for 3 on the game. Here is the payoff pitch to Webster, and that'll be ball 4. Going to the bullpen now, Dwayne Ward will come in for the Blue Jays. This is Ward's 7th appearance on the year. He's 1-0 with a 5.40 earned run average. Jerry Brown in. He's 1 for 1 on the day. A couple of sacrifice bunts. Here's the pitch. It's inside. They try to catch Webster napping at first. It wasn't to be. He got back. Here's the 2-1 pitch now. Webster is going to go. The throw coming down. It's not in time. That's the second stolen base for Mitch Webster on the season. So runner in scoring position now. Jerry Brown, the payoff pitch to him. And he'll catch him looking for strike 3. Ward strikes him out for the first out. Here's Deion James. He is 0 for 3 on the game. The pitch to him is hit in the air to center. Wilson will come in and make it out number 2. Here's Candy Maldonado. He's 1 for 3 with a ribby. The 1-1 to him. On the ground, Gruber is up with it over to first, and that'll end the inning. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Still 5-3. Cianez is still out there, but the bullpen is going to get up. Looks like it's going to be Cecilio Guante is going to start loosening up. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Cianez to Junior Felix, who's 1 for 3 on the ground to short. Fermin up with it across the diamond for out number 1. Brings up Kelly Gruber. Gruber's 0 for 3 on the day. The 1-2 pitch to him. Strike 3. Cianez rings him up for his first strikeout on the day. 2 down. Here's Tony Fernandez. He's 0 for 2. The 1-1 pitch to the shortstop. And it hits him. 2 out hit by pitch will bring up George Bell, who's 1 for 2 with an RBI. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Bell. That's a base knock right back up the middle into center. Webster will be up with it. Fernandez will go all the way to third, and Bell will take second on the throws. So 2 on now, 2 out. Is Mookie Wilson. I keep wanting to call him Willie. Mookie Wilson steps up. He's 1 for 2. The 1-0 pitch to him. In the air to center. This should be routine play, and Webster will grab it to get out of the jam. So we go to the 8th. Still 5-3 Blue Jays. Corey Schneider is leading off. He is 1 for 3 on the day. The 1-2 pitch from Ward is swung on and missed for the second strikeout of the day by Ward. It brings up Chris James. 1 for 2. He homered his last time up in the 5th. His second on the year. Here's the pitch to him. It's a fly ball to center. Wilson will be there for out number 2. It brings up Brooke Jacoby. He's 1 for 3. Payoff pitch to Jacoby. On the ground to third, Gruber will snag it across the diamond for out number 3. So we go to the bottom of the 8th. The Indians are making a pitching change. They are going to right-hander Cecilio Guante. This will be his 3rd appearance on the year. Guante is no wins or losses at 6.75 ERA. as he's facing John Olerud, who's 1-for-3 on the day. Payoff pitch coming in. On the ground to second, it's going to get by Brown into right field for a leadoff single. Here's Manny Lee, 1-for-2. The 0-2 to him. On the ground, hit the first. James will fire to second for 1. That's all they'll get. So get the lead runner, get the first out. It's always good to get outs. That'll bring up Fred McGriff. He's 2-for-4 with a home run. His 5th on the year. The pitch to him in the air to left. Maldonado is going back. It is foul. So we have the 2-1 pitch now. And McGriff has just hit his 2nd home run of the day. It is a 388-foot blast. The Blue Jays are now up 7-3. Nice bomb hit there by McGriff. His 6th homer on the year. He's RBIs number 15 and 16. Here's Pat Borders having a heck of a day. He's 3-for-4 with an RBI. The 0-1 pitch from Guante. In the air to center, right at Webster for out number 2. Here is Junior Felix. Guante kicks and deals to him. He pops this one up. Alomar in foul territory will put it away for the 3rd out. But the Blue Jays extend the lead to make it 7-3 as we go to the top of the 9th. Mike Flanagan is coming in for the Blue Jays. This is the veteran's 3rd appearance on the year. He has normally been a starter, but they moved to the bullpen. He is throwing an inning and a third, allowed 2 hits and a run, the ERA of 6.75. It's Alomar, Fermin, and Webster are due up. I don't think we have anybody that Baerga might be. So I'm going to have Baerga bat for Fermin just to get him an at bat. Beyond that, I think we're going to stick with what we got here at this point. All right. Here's the 2-1 pitch by Flanagan. And this is hit high and deep by Alomar. It's deep. It is gone. A solo home run, 360-foot blast to left field. Cuts the lead to 7-4 by Sandy Alomar, his first major league home run. Here comes Carlos Baerga. He's 8-for-16 on the year with a home run and an RBI. He's pinch hitting for Fermin. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Flanagan. And Baerga will pop this one up. And it will be taken by the second baseman, Lee, for out number 1. Here's Mitch Webster. He's 2-for-3 on the day. The 1-1 pitch to him. On the ground to third. It's just right past Gruber and gets into left field for a 1-out single by Webster. Here's Jerry Brown. He's 1-for-2 on the day. The 1-1 pitch to him. And he will poke this one into center field. Webster will hold at second. So we got 2 on now. 1 down. Deion James is 0-for-4 on the day. He's 2-for-4 against lefties on the season. So here's the 1-2 to him. And there's a strikeout after a curveball for out number 2. That brings up Maldonado. He's 1-for-4 with an RBI. The 0-2 pitch. On the ground, that's going to get by in the right field. The Indians will load the bases now with 2 down. Here's Corey Schneider. One swing of the bat could really put him ahead here. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And he will bloop it into left field. That's going to score 1. That's all they're going to get. So the Indians have now cut the lead to 7-5. Then they're going to the bullpen. It's going to be Frank Wills coming in. Wills is his 6th appearance on the season. He is got an ERA of 3.38. And this is Chris James at the plate. Now, I think he's 1-for-3 with a home run. We're going to let him bat. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Frank Wills. Line drive right at the shortstop, Fernandez, and the Blue Jays will hang on to win the opener of the 4-game set, 7-5. Player of the game would have to be Fred McGriff. He had 2 home runs, 3-for-5 on the day, 3 RBIs. For the Indians, they're surprising. Mitch Webster kind of snapped out of it. He was 3-for-4. Brown had a couple of hits. Home runs by Alomar and Chris James on the year. Greg Swindell takes the loss. He went 5 innings, allowed 5 runs on 8 hits, walked 3, struck out 4, gave up the leadoff home run. He improves or drops to 1-2. Willie Blair gets the W. He improves to 2-0 on the year after going 6 innings, allowing 2 runs on 3 hits. I'm sorry, 3 runs, 2 earned on 7 hits, walked 2, struck out 4, and Wills comes in and notches his first save as Indians kind of knocked around Flanagan. All right, so we can leave the game. So let's finish the day. And before I do anything more, let me make sure I get this updated. So let's edit the ballpark, and we will load manually import data. Did I copy Skydome over? I might not have. Nope, I need to do that. Let's open the folder. Console, open. We'll do this real quick here. I know I've got these. I know I've got these here. Let's see. Out of the park. No. All right, let's get this here. I'm working on this. Out of the park stuff. I know I've got historical. Where's stadiums? There they are. And I thought I unzipped all these. Here it is. And we want ballparks, models, Skydome. There it is. Copy. And we will paste it. Okay. Let's go and cancel this. And now let's go back here. Sorry, this is I know great great stream content, right? So let's find Skydome. There it is. And we want the PRK. No. There we go. Now we got it right. All right. All right. So that get lost there. Now let's take a look here. Guante. He's still good. I'm not going to show ratings. I'm going to show statistics up here. All right. So I think we're not making any moves. Yeah, we're going to stick with what we got. All right. So game 2 now of the series. Looks like the Blue Jays are going to be sending Paul Kilgus to the hill. This will be his first start of the year, but his fourth appearance. He's been knocked around a little bit, the former Cub and Ranger. So they're facing a lefty. Let's see. Webster is still good. Brown is still good. Maldonado's there. Dion James, we're going to give him the day off. Baerga in the game now. I'm going to put him at third. Let's move Jacoby over to first, and we're going to bet Baerga in the 3 hole. Alomar. Let's go Schneider. Vermeen. Alomar. Oops, no. All right, we're going to have Joel Skinner get the nod at third catcher today. And I think we're good everywhere else. All right, let's get this going. Whoa, hello. Let's change the view here. Initial. Where's the wide? I want the scoreboard cam. I don't know why it does this. It's TV cam. All right. Do we not have the wide? Not overview. Yeah, I don't understand this. There we go. That's what we want. All right. Pitch camera overview, action camera overview. There we go. All right. So here we go. All right. So Paul Kilgus on the hill. He's really been knocked around. A 33.75 ERA. 10 earned runs on 12 hits, 3 strikeouts, and 2 2/3. Blue Jays defense is very similar to yesterday. The only changes they've made is they have Nelson Liriano at second base, and behind the plate is Greg Myers. Is it Greg Myers? Yes, Greg Myers. Everything else is pretty much the same. Bell in left, Wilson in center, Felix in right, Gruber at third, Fernandez at second, Liriano second, McGriff at first, and Webster on the hill. I'm sorry, Myers on the hill. So leading off for Cleveland now is Mitch Webster. Webster is hitting a 256, a home run, and 7 RBIs. As we are, the pitch coming in for, there we go. As we got to fly all the way in here. Comes the pitch. This is smacked in the air, but Wilson will go back and put it away for out number 1. That'll bring up Jerry Brown. He's hitting 222. He's 8 for 36 on this season. The 3-1 pitch to him. Inside, ball 4. First walk issued by Kilgus. That brings up Carlos Baerga, the third baseman, hitting at 471, a home run and an RBI. He's 8 for 17 on the year. The 1-0 to him. On the ground is second. Liriano over to second for 1, and they will get the double play. We go to the bottom of the first, no score. On the hill for the Indians is John Farrell. He's 1-1 with a 525 earned run average. Behind him is pretty much the same lineup you've seen, except for a couple of changes. Maldonado in left, Webster in center, Schneider in right. Baerga's at third, Fermin's at short, Brown at second, Jacoby's at first, and Joel Skinner behind the plate. Tony Fernandez leads off, hitting a 255 with 5 RBIs. Here's the 3-1 pitch from Farrell. That's a ground ball to short. Fermin grabs it over to first, and he can't dig it out, so we get an error on the throw. Well, we got the first base runner of the game on. Here is Kelly Gruber, 340, 3 homers, 14 ribbies. The 2-1, he tried to bunt and he missed. Bring up the 2-2 now. Ground ball up the middle. That's going to get through into center field. Runner is going to hold at second as Webster will bring it in for the there. So 2 on now, nobody out. Here's Fred McGriff hitting at 283 with 6 homers and 16 ribbies. He hit 2 homers yesterday. 3-1 pitch, 3-0 pitch is outside, ball 4. Loaded bases now, nobody out for John Olerud, the DH. He's hitting 239, 3 homers, 9 RBIs. The payoff pitch on the ground to first. Jacoby over to second for 1, over to first, and they don't get the double play. A run will score, but they get the runner at second. So we got runners in the corners, 1 down, 1-0 Blue Jays. Junior Felix up at 189 on the season with 6 RBIs. The 2-1 pitch to him. Ground ball right back to the mound, and his only play is to go to second, and he will get him as Olerud upends Fermin to break up the double play. So 2 down. George Bell at the plate, hitting 289 with a couple of homers and 8 RBIs. Pitch to him. Fly ball hit the left. Maldonado will come on in and take it away, but the Blue Jays strike first. The error, a couple of hits. So the Blue Jays take a 1-0 lead as we go to the second. Kenny Maldonado leads off. He's hitting at 300 on the year with 5 homers, 11 RBIs. Here's the pitch. This one's a line drive to right, but right at Felix. Junior Felix makes the play for out number 1. Here's Corey Schneider. He is hitting at 325 with 6 RBI. The 1-2 pitch. This is a fly ball hit well to center. It is deep. It is gone. It's off the wall. Wilson will get it in, but Schneider's in there with a double. That is Corey Schneider's 4th double on the season. Here's Chris James, the DH, hitting 243, couple of homers, 6 RBIs. The pitch to him, swung on a miss. That's strike 3. That is the first strikeout for Kilgus on the day. Here's Brooke Jacoby, the first baseman, hitting at 229, a home run and 5 RBIs. Ball gets away from Myers, allowing Jacoby to move up to second base. Or, I'm sorry, to third base. Or Schneider. I'm sorry. God, I'm all over the place. Corey Schneider moved up on the pass ball, the wild pitch there. So a runner on third now with 2 down. The 2-0 pitch to Jacoby is lined at the shortstop for the final out. So nothing across there. We go to the bottom of the second, 1-0 Blue Jays. Here's Mookie Wilson, the center fielder, 283 on the season, 8 RBIs. Farrell kicks and fires the 0-2. Strike 3 called. Caught him looking. First strikeout for Farrell. Here's Nelson Liriano. He's 0 for 1 on the season. Here's the 3-0 pitch to the second baseman. Is inside, ball 4. Second walk issued by Farrell today. Greg Myers, the catcher, batting. He is hitting 4 for 9 on the 444 with a couple of RBIs for the backup catcher. The 1-2 pitch. This one's hit high and deep to center. It is over the head of Webster, off the wall. Webster fields it, brings it in. But Myers will get a 1-out double, RBI double there to make the lead 2-0 Blue Jays. Here's Tony Fernandez, the shortstop, 0 for 1 on the day. 2-2 to him. Line drive, that's going to get down in front of Maldonado. Myers is coming around to score, and he will get in there with the 1-out singles. 3-0 Blue Jays now. Kelly Gruber steps in, 1 for 1 today, the 0-2. This one's hit high, deep, and gone. A 2-run shot, 409 feet. Kelly Gruber pushes the lead to 5-0. That is his 4th home run on the season. Fred McGriff up. He walked his last time up. The 2-1 pitch to McGriff is on the ground. That's going to get through to right field. Schneider up with it. Throws it in. One out single from McGriff. Here is John Olerud, 0 for 1 on the day. He has a ground ball. It's right past the third baseman Baerga into left field. Maldonado grabs it. He'll bring it in, and the runner is going to try to score. He will. Olerud with the double makes it 6-0 Blue Jays. Yuck. Might be time to get this bullpen going as Farrell's just getting knocked around. We're going to get Al Nipper up. Here's Junior Felix. He's 0 for 1. The 0-1 pitch to him. That's a shot to right, but Schneider should grab it. Out number 2. Here's George Bell 0 for 1. The 2-2 pitch. In the air to left, Maldonado will squeeze it, but the Blue Jays tack on 5 runs to make the lead 6-0 as we go to the top of the third. Here's Joel Skinner. He is 3 for 6 on the year with a home run and 3 RBIs. The 1-1 pitch to the backup catcher is hit right at the first baseman McGriff for out number 1. That brings up Fermin. He is hitting .219, a couple of home ribbies on the year. The 1-0 pitch. Ground ball to second. Liriano up with it. Flips it to flips it to first for out number 2. And that brings Mitch Webster. He's 0 for 1 on the day. The 1-1 pitch to the center fielder is a line drive single to left. 2-out single. Gets a base runner. And Webster continues to stay hot. Here's Jerry Brown. Payoff pitch to him is hit in the air to left, but right at Bell for the 3rd out. Indians can't do nothing. They get a base hit, but that's it. Let's see. I think that's going to be it for John Farrell's. Al Nipper is going to be coming into pitch. Nipper, this is appearance number 4. He has thrown 7 2/3, allowed 4 hits, 3 walks, and 5 strikeouts. Here's the pitch to Wilson, the 1-2 to him. Caught him looking for Nipper's first strikeout of the day, 6th on the season. That brings up Liriano, who walked his last time up. Here's the 2-2 pitch to the second baseman. Outside, strikeout number 2 for Al Nipper. So 2 down. Here's Myers. Myers is 1 for 1 today. Here's the 2-1 pitch to the catcher. That's a line drive single that'll get in there. Webster up with it. And he'll throw it in for there. So 2 down. Fernandez up, top of the order. He's 1 for 2. The 1-2 pitch to him. Ground ball hit right past the line drive there, right past Fermin at short. Hold the runners at second with a 2-out single. Here's Gruber. Gruber 2 for 2 with a home run today. 1-1 to him. Fermin knocks it down and will flips the second, but again, Brown could not handle it. It's an error on him. So the second error of the game was going to be costly for Cleveland. We'll see. Here's McGriff. He's 1 for 1 today, though 3-1. And that is ball 4. Toronto, the walk makes it 7-0 Blue Jays. The error, costly there. 1-2 pitch to Olerud, ground out to third. Baerga can't handle it. There's another error and another run scores. 8-0 Toronto. 3rd error of the game for the Indians. Not looking good. Junior Felix up 0 for 2. Here's the 1-1 pitch to him. And he will hit this one in there. That's going to get down. And it's just going to be ugly. Toronto, I think that's going to clear the bases. It is a 3-run double by Felix. And it is 11-0 Cleveland. Or I'm sorry, Toronto. Just errors just killing the Cleveland right now. Here's George Bell. He's 0 for 2. The 0-2 pitch from Nipper is caught looking, though. He gets out of it. That's this 3rd strikeout, but the Blue Jays add 5 more in the 3rd. It's 11-0 Toronto as we go to the 4th. Here's Carlos Baerga. He is 0 for 1 today. The payoff pitch from Kilgus. It's a line drive in the gap. That's going to get down. As Baerga is going to motor into second with a leadoff double. Here's Candy Maldonado, the left fielder. He's 0 for 1 today. The 1-2 to him. Swing and a miss. Out number 1. The 2nd strikeout for Kilgus today. Here's Corey Schneider. He's 1 for 1 today. The 1-0 to him. On the ground, right back to the pitcher. Should be a simple play. Out number 2. Here comes Chris James, the DH. He's 0 for 1. The 1-2 to him. Fly ball to right. That should do it. So the double does nothing. We go to the bottom of the 4th. 11-0 Blue Jays. Here's Mookie Wilson. He's 0 for 2. The 0-2 pitch from Nipper. Swing and a miss. His third strikeout today. I'm sorry, his fourth strikeout today. That's Wilson striking out again. So Nipper has actually struck out 4 over the inning and 30 he's been in. He's struck out. All of the outs have been strikeouts. Here's Nelson Liriano 0 for 1. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That's a line drive deep to right, but right to Schneider, out number 2. Here's Greg Myers, 2 for 2 on the day for the backup catcher. The 1-1 pitch to him. He's hitting the air to left, but right to Maldonado for the third out. So the Indians finally get a goose egg up there for the Blue Jays. We go to the top of the 5th, 11-0 Toronto. Here's Jacoby. He's 0 for 1. Here's the payoff pitch to him. Ground ball to short. Fernandez will have no trouble throwing it across the diamond for out number 1. Joel Skinner steps up. He's 0 for 1. The payoff pitch to him. Inside, ball 4. Second walk issued by Kilgus. Here's Fermin. He is 0 for 1 today. The 2-2 pitch to him. Ground ball hit to second, right past a diving Liriano. Had to hold Skinner up so he couldn't go, but he got the second. So 2 on, 1 down. Mitch Webster up. The 1-2 to him on the ground. Hit to Fernandez. He'll flip it to second in time. But Fermin broke it up. So runners at the corners, 2 down. Here is Jerry Brown. He's 0 for 1 today. Ground ball, shortstop, over to first, and that'll do it. So the Indians can't do anything offensively. It's still 11-0. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Nipper is getting tired, so we got to get the bullpen. We're going to have to use a lot of guys in the bullpen here today. Not what I wanted to do. So we're going to go back to Guante. Let him do it, because we're going to need another starter here, I think, pretty soon. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Nipper. This is a fly ball to center. Webster there, out number 1. Wanted to use Mitch Webster or Al Nipper as my starter, and when I needed a 5th starter, but I needed him today. So here's Gruber. He's 2 for 3 with a home run. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Nipper. And this is deep and gone. 5th homer for Gruber, 396-foot blast, makes it 12-0 Toronto. Not exactly the way we wanted things to go today. We're only in the 5th. Here's Fred McGriff. He's 1 for 1. Nipper fires. This ball's hit to right, and Schneider will grab it for out number 2. Here's John Olerud. He's 1 for 3 today. Pitch to Olerud. This is a fly ball to center, so the Indians will get out of it, but the Blue Jays add another run. 12-0 Toronto as we go to the top of the 6th. Carlos Baerga is going to lead off. The 0-2 pitch to him, and he's going to deposit that to center. Another hit for the young man, a double and a single today. Now here's Maldonado. He is 0 for 2. The 1 pitch from Kilgus is on the ground to first. McGriff will go to second for 1, and that's all they'll get. So 1 down, runner on first. Here's Corey Schneider. He's 1 for 2 today. The payoff to him. This one's hit high and deep to center, and the Indians are on the board. A 2-run shot, his first of the year, 418 feet. Gets the Indians on the board, but it's still 12-2. That brings up Chris James. He's 0 for 2 today. The 3-0 pitch to him is outside, ball 4. That is the 3rd walk issued by Kilgus. That brings up Brooke Jacoby. He is 0 for 2 as well. The 1-2 pitch to him. There's a base knock to center. That's going to move James. Nope, he's going to hold up at second. So we got 2 on, 1 down. Here's Joel Skinner. He's 0 for 1 today. The 2-1 pitch to the catcher is a fly ball to left, but George Bell's there for out number 2. Bullpen, well, they're going to John Cerruti, making his first appearance of the season. The left-hander was 11-11 last year. Another guy who was a starter for the Blue Jays, but he's moved to the bullpen. Here's Fermin as stands in. He's 1 for 2 on the day. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Cerruti. He's going to be a fly ball hit to center field, and Wilson will grab it. Indians tack on a couple, but they're still way back. It is 12-2 as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. And that'll do it for Al Nipper. He went 3 innings, allowed the 1 run on 4 hits, struck out 4 and walked only 1. Cecilio Guante will come in, and this is his 4th appearance. He pitched yesterday and gave up a couple of runs. He's ERA of 9.82. So Here's the 2-2 pitch on the ground to Felix, and it's booted by Brown at second base. So Felix will get there to first base. Fourth error for the Indians today. Here's George Bell. He's 0 for 3. The 0-2 to him. On the ground, right back to the mound. Guante will go to second, and they'll get that. That's all they'll get. So one down. Lead runner is out. Mookie Wilson steps up. He's 0 for 3. The 1-2 to him. Fly ball to left. Maldonado grabs it for out number 2. Here's Nelson Liriano 0 for 2 on the day. The 2-2 to him. Swing and a miss. Blue Jays go down. Nothing across. There's only their second goose egg they put up. We go to the 7th, 12-2 Blue Jays. Here is Mitch Webster. He pitched the 1-1 pitch to Webster. And he will put this one into left field for a base knock. Second hit of the game for Webster. Jerry Brown is going to be pulled. We're going to pinch hit for him. Tom Brookins is going to get an at-bat. This is he's 2 for 6 on the year with an RBI. Here's the fruity pitch. Brookins will fly to right. Jose grabs it. Out number 1. Out number 1. That brings up Baerga. He is 2 for 3 on the day. And ground ball to short. Fernandez over to second, and that's all they'll take. No relay. So fielder's choice. Maldonado steps up 0 for 3. The 2-0 to him. Ground ball hit to short. Fernandez flips to second for the final out. Bottom of the 7th now. The Indians are making a couple of changes defensively. Baerga has moved over to second base. Brookins stays in the game at third. Alex Cole has come into the game now and will be in center field. And I think we're gonna pull Chris James and let Deion James have Hernandez get an at bat here. We'll see. Bullpen wise, we're gonna get the lefty Kevin Wickander up in the pen. So we're gonna go now. So Guante's on for his second inning of relief. Here's Greg Myers, 2 for 3, the backup catcher. Here's the pitch. In the air to center, Alex Cole just entered the game. We'll grab it for out number 1. Here's Rance Mulnix. He's pinch hitting for Fernandez. Mulnix is 1 for 5 on the season. This guy's a utility guy. Here is the 2-2 to him, and he'll line it right at the second baseman. Baerga grabs it for out number 2. Rob Ducey will be pinch hitting now. He's 2 for 5 on the season, a couple of ribbies. The payoff pitch to Ducey. And he'll put this in the left field the opposite way. Maldonado grabs it and throws it in for a 2-out single. Glenn Allen Hill is going to come into pinch hit now. Another guy who ends up getting traded to Cleveland at some point. He's 0 for 3 on the season. Here's the 1-2 to him. Ground ball hit the short. Fermin will take it, flip it to second for the final out of the inning. We go to the 8th, 12-2. Blue Jays on top. Corey Schneider steps up. He is 2 for 3 with a home run today. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike out number 1 for John Cerruti. Chris James, we'll let him bat. He is 0 for 2 on the day. Here's the pitch. Fly ball to left. And Bell grabs it for out number 2. So Mulnix stayed in the game at third. Luis Sojo comes into the game at short. And Rob Ducey's over at first. Here's Brooke Jacoby. The first baseman's 1 for 3 today. The 2-2 to him. And he'll poke a single to center. So 2 down. Here's Skinner. He is 0 for 2 today. The pitch to him. Ground ball hit the second. Easy play there for Liriano for out number 3. Indians are going to the bullpen. Kevin Wickander is coming in. He's tossed 1 inning, 2 hits, but that's it. John Olerud up. He's 1 for 4 on the day. Here's the 1-2 pitch to him. Popped him up. Should be an easy play for Brookins at third. Out number 1. Here's Junior Felix. He's 1 for 4. The 2-2 pitch. Popped him up behind the plate. Skinner for out number 2. Here's George Bell. He's 0 for 4 on the day. The 1-1 pitch from Wickander. That's a base hit to left field. Easy play right in front of Maldonado. 2-out single. Mookie Wilson's 0 for 4, the 2-2. Swing and a miss. We go to the ninth. 12-2 Blue Jays. And Fermin is not going to bat. We're going to get Keith Hernandez a bat. I know it's lefty versus lefty, but let's just get him an at-bat. We're not coming back on this. So John Cerruti's out there, 2 1/3. He's tossed about 2 hits and only the 1 strikeout. So Hernandez is 2 for 10 on the year. Swung on, ground ball to second. Easy play for Liriano, out number 1. Here's Alex Cole. He's 0 for 4 on the season. Here's the payoff pitch to the speedy outfielder. Ground ball hit the third. Across the diamond. Molnix can't make the throw. Gets away from Ducey as Cole will motor on over to second base. So runner on second now, 1 down. Tom Brookins, he's 0 for 1 today. Here's the 0-1 to him. And he's going to come through with a base knock. That should score Alex Cole. And that's a 1-out single. The Indians RBI single. Oh, no, they held him up at third. I thought they were going to send him. All right, so runners in the corners, 1 down. Carlos Baerga is up. He's 2 for 4 today. The 1-1 to him. And he's going to get Cole in with the base knock to the right field. Brookins will hold at second. So the Indians cut into that lead, make it 12-3. Candy Maldonado steps up 0 for 4. Payoff pitch. And that's going to be in the gapper. That should score a couple. Indians are going to cut the lead to 12-5 here on this. Brookins will score. Maldonado stops at second. And nope, they held the runner at third. So Baerga stayed at third. So 12-4. Corey Schneider is 2 for 4 with a home run. Here's the 0-1 to him. And this is gone. Corey Schneider's second home run of the day, and this is a blast. 421 feet. Indians cut the lead 12-7 now. What a shot. And that'll do it. Jim Akers coming in to pitch for the Toronto Blue Jays. He is making appearance number 7. He is 2-0 with a 6.30 earned run average. Chris James will step up. He's 0 for 3 on the day. The 2-2 to him. Swung on, grounder to hit the third. Easy play from Molnix for out number 2. Here's Brooke Jacoby, 2 for 4. The 1-2 pitch to him. Line drive at the shortstop. Soho grabs it. The Indians put up 5 in that inning, but not enough. And they drop game 2, 12-7. Player of the game is Kelly Gruber for Toronto. Gruber ended up going 3 for 4 with a home run, 2 home runs, and drove in 3 runs. The Indians' big bopper was Corey Schneider, 3 for 5, 2 homers, 5 RBIs. Webster had a couple of hits. Brookins had a hit. Baerga 3 for 5. We've been saying this. I've been saying this. We got to get him in the lineup. So John Farrell takes the loss. He drops to 1-2. In the last 2 innings, allowed 5 runs, 6 runs, 5 earned over 2 innings. Nipper allowed 6 runs, but only the 1 earned in 3 innings of relief. Paul Kilgus gets the win. He's 1-0 on the season. Indians could not take advantage of that. So the Indians have dropped to 5-7 on the season. Toronto has improved to 10-5 and have taken over sole possession of first place. We are going to make a pitching or a roster move. Guante is going to be. He won't go down. So I guess I can't. You know what? I don't care. I am going to designate you for assignment and put you on waivers. Let's see. So we need to bring up another pitcher. Let's bring up. I want somebody that's got some length that I can, if I need them to start. Why is that? You know what? Let's bring up Rod Nichols. Rod Nichols is going to be brought up. He made 15 appearances, 11 starts back in 89. So Nichols is going to be up. Still going to mark him as a reliever, and I'm going to have him as another long relief guy. He's there if we need him. Let's see. Black is on 4 days rest, but only threw 69 pitches. So yeah, I think we're gonna leave it there. Okay. So we're still 6th in the league in runs scored. So we're not tied with the Blue Jays at the bottom, or the Brewers at the bottom at 5-7. Still really early. So Buddy Black is going to get the nod. It looks like we're going to be facing David Wells today. Yes, so another lefty. So our lineup is going to look awfully similar to what it did yesterday. No Deion James in the lineup. And we're going to let Baerga get in the game. He's going to play shortstop today. Put him in the 3-hole again. Maldonado's going to DH, and I'm going to get Chris James out in left. Schneider there, Jacoby there. Jacoby's going to play first. And oops, let's swap you guys around. And who will be our third baseman? It will be Tom Brookins getting the nod. That looks good to me. All right, here we go. So David Wells is 1-2 with a 4.05 earned run average. See, the Blue Jays lineup looks very similar. Bell in left, Wilson in center, Felix in right, Gruber at third, Fernandez at short, Lee at second, McGriff at first, and Borders behind the plate. Mitch Webster is going to lead it off. He's hitting 277, a home run, and 7 RBIs. The 2-2 pitch coming from David Wells. Caught him looking, strikeout. Number 1 on the day, 13th on the season for David Wells. Jerry Brown hitting 211, 3 RBIs. The 3-0 pitch is high. That's ball 4. Leadoff, 1-out base runner for Cleveland. That's the 5th walk issued by Wells on the season. Here's Carlos Baerga, the shortstop today, hitting 500. He's 11 for 22. Here's the pitch. And Brown is going to try to steal, and he'll get there. That's his 2nd stolen base on the season. The 0-1 pitch. Baerga hits this one high and deep to center, but Wilson is going to run this down for out number 2. Brown will tag up and move on over to third. But 2 outs now. Here's Maldonado. He's 289, 5 homers, 12 ribbies. The 0-2 to him. Swing and a miss. Nothing across for Cleveland. We go to the bottom of the first. No score. Buddy Black is 2-1 with a 7.27 ERA. He got knocked around his last outing. He actually, let's take a look here. Pitching game log. Last start was against the White Sox. He allowed 7 runs on 6 hits, 3 innings of work. Prior to that, he'd actually gone at least 7 innings in each of his previous starts. So McGriff is leading off again. He's hitting at 291, 6 home runs, and 17 RBIs. The 1-1 pitch. And guess what? There's home run number 7, another leadoff home run by Fred McGriff in the series. 1-0 Blue Jays. Defensively for Cleveland, you got Chris James in left, Webster's in center, Schneider's in right, Brookins at third, Baerga at short, Brown at second, Jacoby at first, and Alomar behind the plate. Here's Pat Borders. He's hitting 333, a home run, 7 RBIs. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. First strikeout for Black. Here is Felix. Junior Felix is hitting 190, 9 RBIs. The 3-0 pitch. Ball 4. Here's Kelly Gruber in 368, 5 homers, 17 RBIs. The pitch outside. Alomar throws, and he'll gun him out. His 4th runner gunned out in 10 attempts. So 2 down now. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Gruber. Strike 3 called. So the leadoff home run is all the Blue Jays do, but it's 1-0 Toronto. We go to the second. Here's Corey Schneider. He's hitting 356 with 2 home runs, 11 RBIs. The 2-2 pitch from Wells. Swung on the ground, right back. Wells will field it, and he'll throw to first. Out number 1. Chris James, the left fielder today, hitting 220. Couple of homers, 6 RBIs. The payoff pitch to him. Nope, didn't go. Ball 4. Here's Brooke Jacoby. He's hitting 250, a home run and 5 RBIs. The 0-1. Popped him up in foul ground. McGriff will grab it for out number 2. Here's Sandy Alomar hitting 182, a home run and 3 RBIs. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Indians get a base runner, but can't do nothing with it. We go to the bottom of the second. 1-0 Toronto. Tony Fernandez hitting 275 with 6 RBI. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Right to first base. Jacoby flips it to Black for out number 1. Here's George Bell, 280, a couple of homers, 8 RBIs on the season for him. Ground ball hit the short. Baerga fields it, and he'll throw it across the diamond for out number 2. And here's Wilson hitting 255, 8 RBIs. 2-1 pitch. Right to Brown at second, over to first, and that'll do it. 1, 2, 3 go the Blue Jays. We go to the third. 1-0 Toronto. Here's Tom Brookins. He's 3 for 8 on the year. Third base today, 1-1 to him. And he'll bloop it into right field for a leadoff single. Getting on base is what you got to do. Here's Mitch Webster, 0 for 1. 1-1 to him. And he's going to line drive single to center. So two straight singles for the Indians to get the inning started to see if they can capitalize. Here's Jerry Brown. He walked his last time up. Here's the 1-2 to him. Ground ball to first. McGriff will throw it to second, and that's all they'll get. Fielder's choice. Brookins goes over to third. We got 1 out, runners in the corners for Baerga. He's 0 for 1 today. The 0-1 pitch, and why are they stealing bases? So 2 down now. Baerga, the 0-2 pitch, and there's strike 3. I'll do it. We go to the. I think I really need to take control of the running, base running. It's just getting a little ridiculous. I don't think I can change it right now. So, yeah, we'll leave it. Can I do it in here? I can not. Oh, yes, I can. Base running, me. I'm tired of all those base running getting thrown out. All right. Here's John Olerud hitting 235, 3 homers, 11 RBIs. Black's 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Third strikeout for Buddy Black. 1 down. Here's Manny Lee. He's hitting at 255, 7 RBIs. The 0-1 pitch. There's a fly ball to center. That should be enough. Out number 2. Fred McGriff, he had that solo home run to lead off the game. His 7th on the year is the 1-2 pitch from Black. And this is a fly ball to right, but Schneider will be there for out number 3. So 1-0 Blue Jays. Maldonado leads off the inning. He's 0 for 1. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. 5th strikeout for Wells today. Here's Corey Schneider. He's also 0 for 1. 1-1 pitch. Ground ball to short. Fernandez up with it over to first. Out number 2. That'll bring up Chris James. He walked his last time up. The 1-0 pitch. Yeah, it's hitting the air to left. Bell should have no problem with that. Out number 3. Bottom of the 4th. Still 1-0 Toronto. Pat Borders 0 for 1. Here's the 2-2 from Black. Fly ball to center. Webster comes in. Out number 1. Here is Junior Felix. He walked his last time up. Here's the 0-1 pitch to him. Right at Schneider and right. Out number 2. Here's Kelly Gruber. 0 for 1 as well. The 0-1 pitch. That's a base hit to center. 2-out single. Tony Fernandez 0 for 1. Here's the 1-0 pitch to him. Gruber's going to easily score or easily steal that base. His 3rd on the season. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Right to first. Nice play by Jacoby. We'll take it for the 3rd out. So nothing across. We go to the 5th. Still 1-0 Toronto. Jacoby's up. He's 0 for 1. Here's the pitch to him. That's a fly ball to center right at Wilson for out number 1. Here's Sandy Alomar. He's 0 for 1 today. 1-1 pitch. Swung on the ground to short. Fernandez grabs it over to first for out number 2. Tom Brookins, he had a base hit his last time up. Here's the 0-1 pitch to him. And he will bloop this one to center, but Wilson with speed comes in to grab it for out number 3. Bottom of the 5th, still 1-0 Toronto. Here is George Bell 0 for 1, the 2-1 pitch from Black. In the air to left, James will come in and put it away for out number 1. Here's Mookie Wilson. He is 0 for 1. The 0-2 pitch. I will get his name right one of these days. And he'll Get a 1-out single there to left. So a 1-out runner on first. John Olerud up. He is 0 for 1. Here's the 3-1 pitch to Olerud outside, ball 4. Second walk issued by Buddy Black. Manny Lee steps up. He's 0 for 1. Here's the 1-1 to him. Popped him up and foul ground. Easy play for Jacoby for out number 2. Here's McGriff. He's 1 for 2. The 2-2 to him. Fly ball to center. Should be easy play. And Webster grabs it. No, the base hit and the walk don't do anything. So we go to the 6th. 1-0 Toronto still. Here's Webster. He's 1 for 2. The 1-0 pitch from Wells. On the ground, a second. Easy play there for Lee. Out number 1. Jerry Brown steps up. He's 0 for 1. Here's the 2-0 pitch to the second baseman. And he will poke this one down the right field line into the corner. Brown rounds first, and he will get in there with a 1-out double. So runner on second now with 1 down. Baerga is 0 for 2 today. 1-1 pitch from Wells. Baerga ground ball, base hit up the middle. Brown rounds. Will he score? He's in there, and there is a RBI single. The Indians are on the board, tied the game at 1. Baerga's 3rd RBI on the season. Candy Maldonado, the DH today, he's 0 for 2. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Wells. Fly ball to center. Easy play for Wilson. Corey Schneider up. He's 0 for 2. And that's a fly ball to left. Got him. But the Indians tie it up on a base hit to center field by Carlos Baerga. 1-1 as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Pat Borders leads off. He's 0 for 2 today. Bud Black so far has gone 5 innings, allowed the 1 run on 3 hits, walked a pair, struck out 3. Here's the 2-0 pitch to the catcher. Right back to the mound. Black will field it himself and go to first for out number 1. Here's Junior Felix. He's 0 for 1. Here's the payoff pitch to him. Swung on, hit on the ground to second. Brown up with it, over to first for out number 2. That brings up Kelly Gruber. He's 1 for 2 today. Here is the pitch to the Blue Jays' third baseman, and he will get a grounded to short. Baerga grabs it, goes across the diamond for out number 3. Still tied at 1. We go to the 7th. David Wells still on there. Wells has gone 6 innings, allowed the 1 run on 4 hits, walked a pair, struck out 5. Chris James leads off. He's 0 for 1, the 1-1 pitch. This one's hit in the gap. That is deep. It is to the track and off the wall. Chris James with a leadoff double. That's his 3rd double on the season. That brings up Brooke Jacoby. He's 0 for 2. The 1-1 from Wells is hit right in front of the mound, right in front of the plate. But Borders will grab it and throw him out himself for out number 1. Here's Alomar, 0 for 2. The pitch to Sandy. Oh, we'll put him on, load him up. They wanted to face Brookins. He's 1 for 2 today. Runners now on first and second with 1 down. The 1-0 pitch to Brookins, and he will pop it up. We have an infield fly rule in effect for the second out of the inning. That brings up Mitch Webster. He's 1 for 3. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Indians get the leadoff double, but couldn't capitalize. It is 1-1 in the bottom of the 7th. Here's Fernandez. He's 0 for 2. The payoff pitch from Buddy Black. On the ground to short. Baerga grabs it over to first. Out number 1. Here's George Bell. He's 0 for 2. Payoff pitch to him. Line drive right at Baerga. Out number 2. Here's Mookie Wilson. He's 1 for 2 today. He's also played some great defense in center. Popped him up. Easy play here for Brown. He'll take it. Out number 3. So 1, 2, 3 go the Blue Jays. We go to the 8th. 1-1 still. Jerry Brown leads off. He's 1 for 2 today. The 2-2 pitch from David Wells is hit in the air to right, but right at Junior Felix for out number 1. Here's Baerga, 1 for 3 with an RBI. The 1-0 pitch to Carlos. Popped him up. Easy play for Manny Lee for out number 2. Candy Maldonado, he's 0 for 3 today. The 1-0 pitch to the DH. And he will hit a fly ball to left right at George Bell for the 3rd out. 1, 2, 3. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Bud Black has thrown 101 pitches. I think it's time to get the bullpen loosening up. It's Steve Olin right now. Olerud steps up. He's 0 for 1 today. The pitch from Black And this one is hit high and deep and gone. Fourth home run for John Olerud. 408-foot shot unties the game at 2. Or I'm sorry, unties the game at 1. It's 2-1 Toronto. Manny Lee steps up. He is 0 for 2 today. The 1-2 pitch from Black. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 4 for Bud Black. Here's Fred McGriff. He's 1 for 3. Hit that solo homer to lead off the game. The pitch to him. That's a shot to left, right at James for out number 2. That brings up Pat Borders. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Black. Swing and a miss. His 5th strikeout. But the Blue Jays untie the game. And we go to the 9th. 2-1 Toronto as they're going to their closer. Tom Henke coming in. Henke is 0-1 with 3 saves and a 1.08 earned run average. Due up this inning is Corey Schneider. He's 0 for 3. Chris James and Jacoby. There's the 1-2 pitch to Corey Schneider from Henke. And he'll hit this one deep to left. It is, but right in front of the track. Bell grabs it for out number 1. Here's Chris James. He's 1 for 2 today. The 1-1 to pitch to him is hit right back up the middle. That should be good there. The Indians are also doing something. They're having a pinch runner come in there for James. It's going to be Alex Cole. Jacoby is going to bat, and Alomar's on deck. So Cole's on first. Jacoby's up. He's 0 for 3. Here's the payoff pitch to Brooke Jacoby. And he will poke this one into right field. Cole should round, and he will go to third. And he is there. So runners on the corners now. Sandy Alomar steps up. He is 0 for 2 today. The 2-2 pitch. In the air to center. Is it deep enough to tie the game? Grabbed by Wilson. Tagging up is Cole. He will come in and tie the game at 2. Sacrifice fly RBI time for Alomar. The game is now tied at 2. Jacoby's on at first. Brookins will step up, and he will hit this one to right. But the Indians will tie the game at 2 as we go to the night. And I sat down. Steve Olin. Oof. He's not ready. All right. So Alex Cole is going to be. Can he play left field, or he can? Well, just plop. No. Plop him on left, and Bayer still at short. So Buddy Black is going to have to come in to pitch this because I stupidly sat down Steve Olin, and whoa, that worked. All right, he's ready now. So Black came out and struck out his 6th batter. We're going to go to the right-hander, Olin. This is Olin's 5th appearance. He is throwing 4 2/3, allowed 3 runs on 9 hits, struck out 1 and 5, and ERA of 5.79. Here's Gruber. He's 1 for 3 today. The 1-2 pitch from Olin. He hits him. Here's Fernandez 0 for 3. The payoff pitch to him. In the air to left, Cole drifts over and out number 2. Here's George Bell. Here's the pitch to the left fielder. Gruber's going to go and steal second, not even get a throw there. Can't even get out of his glove. So runner out in scoring position, 2 down. Here's the 1-2 pitch to George Bell. And that's a shot to center. It's a base hit. The runner's going to round, and that's going to do it. Kelly Gruber will come and score. Walk-off single. The Indians fall 3-2 in the bottom of the 9th inning. Player of the game was David Wells. He went 8 innings, allowed the 1 run on 5 hits, walked 3, struck out at 6. Steve Olin takes the loss, though. He's 0-1, and Tom Henke gets the save on that. So Indians fall to 5-8 now on the season. They've dropped 3 of 4 in the series. As Tom Candiotti is slated to go against left-hander Jimmy Key in the finale. Indians have fallen into last place now at 5-8. They're 4.5 back of the Blue Jays, who are now 11-5. Let's see. I don't think we're changing anything, but Candiotti is going to get the start as we go here. So here we go. So what are we changing here? I think Webster is going to get a day off. We're going to have, oh no, we're facing a lefty. Um, well, Deion James can hit the lefties a little bit. I think we do this. I think we bat him there. We got to get Baerga in the game, though. Yeah, we'll give Jacoby a day off and get Baerga in there. You know what? No, we're giving Webster a day off. Alex Cole's going to get the start in the center. And Keith Hernandez is also going to get a start, but he's going to DH today. That's how we're doing it. Bet him 8th. All right, let's do it. So Jimmy Key's on the hill. This will be start number 4 for him. 1-1 with a 6.35 ERA. Alex Cole is going to lead off. He is 0 for 5 on the season. So we're going to start things off with the 2-2 pitch from Jimmy Key, as the Indians are trying not to get swept by the Blue Jays. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike out. Number 1 for Jimmy Key. Defensively, the Blue Jays are in the exact same they did almost all series. Bell in left, Wilson in center, Felix in right, Gruber at third, Fernandez at short, Lee at second, McGriff at first, and Borders behind the plate. Here's Jerry Brown, the second baseman, hitting 220 with 3 RBIs. The 2-2 pitch from Jimmy Key. On the ground to third, Gruber will not grab it. It gets into left field for a 1-out single. Oh, it's a double. That's Jerry Brown's 4th double on the season. Here's Carlos Baerga, the third baseman today. He's hitting 462, a home run, 3 RBI. The pitch is inside. It gets away from the catcher, and that will be a wild pitch. Runner moves up to third. Brown is now on third with 1 down. Here's Baerga, the 3-1 to him. Line drive. That's, what the hell was that? That going foul territory. Brown will tag up and score. So basically an RBI, a sac fly there for Baerga's 4th ribby, and he needs to strike first. Make it 1-0. Here's Snyder, the right fielder, batting 4th today, 327, a couple of homers, 11 RBIs. The 1-2 pitch, or the 0-2 pitch to him is hit the center. Wilson will have no trouble with this. But the Indians get a run, and we go to the bottom of the first, 1-0 Tribe. On the hill for the Indians is Tom McCandiati. This is start number 4 for him. He's 1-2 with a 6.75 ERA. Behind him, it's James in left, Cole in center. That would be Chris James in left. Alex Cole's in center, Schneider's in right. Baerga's at third, for Means at short, Brown at second, Deion James at first, and Alomar behind the plate. Fernandez is up, 255, 6 RBIs. The 3-1 pitch to him. On the ground, right back to the mound. Candiati over to first, out number 1. Here's Kelly Gruber. He's hitting 367 on the season, 5 homers, 17 RBI. He's hitting 349 here in the Sky Dome with 4 homers and 12 RBI. Here is the payoff pitch from Candiati. It's strike 3 called on the inside corner on the curveball. 2 down. Fred McGriff, he is hitting at 288 with 7 home runs and 18 RBI. The payoff pitch to him. Popped him up on the infield. It is Fermin coming in, takes it for the 3rd out. So a 1-2-3, rare 1-2-3 inning for Toronto in the series. 1-0 Indians. We go to the second. Chris James leads off. He's hitting 250 with a couple of homers and 6 RBI. Here's the pitch from Key. In the air, deep to center. Back goes Wilson on the track, and it is gone. A 424-foot blast by Chris James, his 3rd on the year, gives the Indians a 2-0 lead. Nice hit there. He's been warming up as of late. Here's Deion James. He's hitting 250 with 3 RBI. Yeah, all his damage has been on the road. Here's the 1-1 pitch to him, and he'll get a little poke right through the middle into center field. A single for the Tribe. Runner on first now. Keith Hernandez, the DH today. He's hitting 182. He's 2 for 11 on the season. Here's the 1-2 pitch to him. Line drive. That's going to get down. That's a base hit into right center field. Jose grabs it and throws it in. So the Indians have got 2 on now. Nobody out for Sandy Alomar. Alomar is hitting 171, a home run, 4 RBIs. He's hitting 179 on the road. 3-0 pitch from Jimmy Key is hit right back up the middle. There's another single for the Indians. Deion James will round, and he will score as Hernandez moves up to they threw him out at third. He decided to get greedy on the throw. They cut it off and got him. So Alomar with the RBI, runner now on first with 1 down. Fermin steps up. He's hitting 229 with a couple of RBIs. This season early on in the first 3 innings, he's hitting 222. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Key. Right back up the middle. That's another base hit. Had Hernandez not got greedy, they would have had another run as the runner. Oh, they got him. Fermin goes cut off. The throw was cut off, and they got him at second. So 2 down now. Runner on third for Alex Cole. He's 0 for 1. Here's the payoff pitch from Key. Popped him up, and that should do it. But the Indians have tacked on. Oh, no, it drops in there. Alex Cole's first hit of the season is an RBI. So it's now a 4-0 Indians lead. Here's Jerry Brown. Brown's hit it. It's a 1 for 1 today. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Ground ball to short, and they'll go the short route. But the Indians tack on 3 runs. It's now a 4-0 Indians lead. Here's Pat Borders hitting 308, home run, 7 RBI. Candiotti kicks and deals. And it's popped him up. Fermin calls him off and puts it away. The knuckler got him. Out number 1. Junior Felix, he is hitting 180 with 9 RBIs. The 0-1 pitch to him. On the ground to short, Fermin up with it. He'll go across the diamond for out number 2. Here's George Bell. Bell is hitting 278, a couple of homers, 9 RBI. Here's the 2-2 pitch to him. Swung on the ground to third. Easy play for Baerga across the diamond for out number 3. 1, 2, 3. Go the Blue Jays. We go to the third. 4-0. Indians on top. Here's Baerga. He actually had a sacrifice fly his last time up, his 4th RBI on the season. Here's the pitch from Key, and it hit him. Baerga will trot down to first with the first base runner of the inning for the Indians, leadoff base runner. That brings up Corey Schneider. He's 0 for 1 today. Hitting 375 with 2 RBIs in the first 3 innings on the season. Here's the pitch to him. Swung on as they try to get Baerga, but he's back in time. Here's the 0-1 pitch. In the air. That's going to be an easy play to left. Out number 1. Chris James steps up. He hit his 3rd home run of the season his last time up. He hitting 267 now in the season. Here's the payoff pitch to him. Strike 3. Baerga's trying to go. Strike him out, throw him out, double play. Go to the bottom of the 3rd. 4-0 still Cleveland. Here's Mookie Wilson. He's in 259, 8 RBIs on the season. Here's the 3-1 pitch from Candiotti. And that's a fly ball to the left, but right at James for out number 1. John Olbert steps up, 245, 4 homers, 12 RBI. The 1-0 pitch from Candiotti is in the air to center. Should be an easy play for Cole for out number 2. That brings up Sandy Alomar. I'm sorry. Manny Lee. Look at the wrong label. Lee's hitting 241, 7 RBIs. Here's the 2-2 or the 1-1 pitch to Lee. And that's the first hit of the game for the Blue Jays. A sharp single to left. So runner on now on first here with 2 down. Tony Fernandez is 0 for 1. Here's the pitch from Candiotti. Lee's going to try to go, and he's going to be meat. 5th stolen base, 5th man cut down by Alomar in 13 attempts. So we go to the top of the 4th, 4-0 Cleveland on top. Deion James, 1 for 1 today. Here's the 2-2 pitch to him. Swing and a miss. 3rd strikeout for Jimmy Key. Here's Keith Hernandez. He's 1 for 1 today. The 2-2 to him. Strikeout number 4 for Jimmy Key. That brings up Alomar. 1 for 1 today. And he'll be 2 for 2 with a base knock to center. Brings up Felix Fermin. He's also 1 for 1. He's part of that hit train. This will be a ground ball to Fernandez, who will go the short route for the 3rd out. We go to the bottom of the 4th, 4-0 Cleveland still. Tony Fernandez leads off. He's 0 for 1. The 1-2 pitch from Candiotti is in the air to third, taken by Baerga for out number 1. Here's Kelly Gruber. He's 0 for 1. The 1-1 pitch to him. On the ground to first base, James takes it himself for out number 2. That brings up Fred McGriff. He's 0 for 1. Here's the payoff pitch. In the air to left, Chris James will come in and take it for the third out of the inning. We go to the 5th inning. It's 4-0 Indians on top. Alex Cole, he knocked in a run in the 2nd inning. He is 1 for 2 on the day. The payoff pitch to him is a little base knock to left field, his 2nd hit of the game. Line drive into short left, not bad for the young man. Runner on first now. Jerry Brown steps up. He's 1 for 2. Here's the pitch to him. And he'll pop him up. Taken by McGriff for out number 1. Here's Baerga. He pitched him up. Cole's going to try to steal. He's going to get in there for his first steal on the season. Alex Cole actually had a lot of steals. He was very fast. The Indians actually moved the outfield fence back and made this like weird thing in center field with this high wall for him, and it didn't really work out. Here's Baerga still at the plate. The 0-1 pitch to him is on the ground to second base. Lee will take it himself over to first for out number 2, but Cole will move up. Here's Corey Schneider. He's 0 for 2. Jimmy Key's 0-1 pitch. It gets away, not far enough from Borders. Here's the 1-2 pitch now to Schneider. This one is a line drive. That's a base knock to left. That'll score Cole from third. RBI single for Schneider makes it 5-0 Cleveland. That's Schneider's 12th RBI on the season. Here's Chris James. He is 1 for 2 with a home run today. The 2-2 to him on the ground. That is going to get knocked down by the second baseman, but they can't throw anybody out. He kept Schneider at second base, though. So 2 on now, 2 down. Here's Deion James. He's 1 for 2. The 1-2 pitch from Key. And that's a line drive single to center. That should be deep. Yep. And he moves up there. So Corey Schneider came around and scored on Deion James' 4th RBI. Chris James moved up to third on the throw. And that'll do it for Jimmy Key. Hernandez will step up. He's 1 for 2 as John Cerruti steps in. Cerruti went 2 2/3 yesterday, allowed 4 runs in that 9th inning for the Indians. So here's Hernandez. He's 1 for 2. The 2-0 to him. Line drive right back to the mound, taken by Cerruti for the third out. But the Indians add 2 more. And it is now 6-0 as we go to the bottom of the 5th. Here's Tom Candiotti. He's allowed the 1 hit. Struck out 1 over 4 innings. Here's Pat Borders. He's 0 for 1. The 1-0 pitch to Borders is hit in the air to left. That's deep, and that ball is out of here. Pat Borders just hit a solo homer to 386 feet to get the Blue Jays on the board. It is now 6-1. That is Borders' 2nd home run of the season. Junior Felix steps up. He's 0 for 1. The 2-2 from Candiotti. Swing and a miss. His 2nd strikeout on the day. 1 down now for George Bell. He's 0 for 1. The 1-1 to him. That's a line drive base hit to center field. So 1 out single for Bell. Brings Wilson up 0 for 1 on the day. The 1-2 to him. Caught him looking. Wilson has struck out 20 times on the season. That's Candiotti's 21st on the year, his 3rd today. Here's John Olerud. He's 0 for 1. Payoff pitch. That's inside, ball 4. The first walk issued by Candiotti. So 2 on now, 2 down. Here's Manny Lee. He's 1 for 1. The 1-1 pitch to Lee. Popped him up. Should be easy play. Baerga comes in. He'll take it himself for the 3rd out. But the Blue Jays get around the board. Solo home run by Borders. It is now 6-1 Cleveland in the top of the 6th. Alomar leads off. He's 2 for 2. John Cerruti on the hill. The 1-2 pitch from Cerruti. And it'll be a base knock to center. Gets down in front of Wilson. Cerruti came in relief of Key last inning. Here's Fermin. Fermin is 1 for 2 today. Here's the 1-0 pitch. On the ground to short. Fernandez will just go a long way across the diamond. Couldn't get Alomar. He was moving on the play, so they get the out. 1 down. Here's Alex Cole. He's 2 for 3 with an RBI today. 2-0-2 to him. He popped him up. Gets him to go right to second baseman. Lee will take it for out number 2. Jerry Brown is 1 for 3 today. Here's the payoff pitch to him, and this will be a fly ball. Left field, Bell over, out number 3. Go to the bottom of the sixth, still 6-1 Indians. Fernandez leads off. He's 0 for 2 today. The 1-0 pitch from Candiotti. On the ground to short, Fermin grabs it, goes across the diamond to James for out number 1. Here's Gruber, 0 for 2, the 2-2 from Candiotti. Swing and a miss. Fourth strikeout for Candiotti. McGriff is 0 for 2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And that's to be hit on the ground just past James at first base into right field. Schneider will be up with it. McGriff will motor into second base with a 2-out double. That would be McGriff's second double on the season. Here's Pat Borders, who hit his second homer of the year. He's 1 for 2 on the day. The 2-2 to him. Strike 3 looking. Candiotti gets out of the jam. Runner on second. So we go to the seventh, 6-1 still. That'll bring up Baerga. He is 0 for 1 with an RBI. Cerruti steps up, the 2-2 to Baerga. Swung on the ground. Fernandez grabs it across the diamond. Out number 1. Schneider up. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI. Here's the 3-1 pitch to him. That's inside ball 4. That's the first walk issued by Cerruti today. Chris James steps up. He's 2 for 3 with that third home run on the season, the 1-1 to him, and that hits him. Got away from him. A slider got away. So we got runners on first and second now with 1 down. Deion James is up. He is 2 for 3 on the day. Pitch to him. And that's a line drive single to center. Should be enough to score Schneider. He will score. Chris James moves up to third base, and he is up. He tries to, and they get him over there. So 2 down now. Deion James on at first. We have Keith Hernandez at the plate. He's 1 for 3 today. The Indians have a 7-1 lead. Payoff pitch to Hernandez is a fly ball to right, and that should be an easy play for Jose. So bottom of the seventh we go. It is 7-1 Indians. Candiotti's still out there. Here's Junior Felix. He's 0 for 2 today. Payoff pitch. On the ground, hit the first. James takes it over to Candiotti, covering out number 1. Here's George Bell. The left fielder is 1 for 2 today. The 2-2 from Candiotti. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 6 for Tom Candiotti. He's just looking strong out there. 0 for 2 today is Mookie Wilson. He steps up. The 1-2 pitch to him is swung on the ground to second. Brown can't handle it. So they're going to call it a hit. They're not going to give him an error. So 2-out single there for Mookie Wilson. Here is Olerud, the DH. He is 0 for 1 today. Pitch coming in. Wilson's going to try to steal his base, and he will get there second on the year. Alomar could not handle get the ball out of his glove. So here's the payoff pitch from Candiotti. Ball 4. Second walk issued by Candiotti. Here's Manny Lee. He is 1 for 2 today. The 1-2 to him. Strike 3 on the swing and the miss. 7th strikeout for Candiotti. We go to the 8th. 7-1 Indians. Candiotti's saving the bullpen, and that's what they needed. Here's Alomar. He's 3 for 3 today. 2-1 pitch to Sandy. And he will be 4 for 4 with a base hit to center. Fermin steps up. Frank Wills comes in. This is Wills. He pitched earlier in the series. This is appearance number 7. He's got a 3.24 ERA, and he's got a save. He got the save in earlier. I think it was in game 1. Here's Fermin. He's 1 for 3 today. The 0-1 pitch. Popped him up. Out number 1. Alex Cole. He's 2 for 4 on the day with an RBI. The 1-2 pitch to him is hit on the ground to second. Lee goes to second for out number 1. All they'll get. So Cole's on at first, 2 down. Jerry Brown, 1 for 4 today. The 2-2 to him. And he will hit this one to Gruber at third. He can't handle it. And it will be an infield single for Brown. Brings up Baerga, 0 for 2 with a ribby. The 1-1 to him. On the ground to first. Easy play for McGriff. Go to the bottom of the 8th. 7-1 Indians. Candiotti's still out there. He's gone 7 innings, allowed the 1 run on 5 hits, walked a pair, struck out 7. Here's Tony Fernandez. He's 0 for 3. The 0-1 pitch to Candiotti. On the ground to third. Easy play for Baerga. Out number 1. Here is the third baseman, Kelly Gruber, 0 for 3 today. 1-2 pitch. Line drive in the gap. That's going to get down. James gets it in, but Gruber's in there with a double. 1-out double. That is Gruber's 5th double on the season. McGriff steps up. He's 1 for 3 today. A 1-0 pitch in the air to left. This should be an easy play. James over there puts it away for out number 2. Gruber holds at second. Pat Borders is 1 for 3 with that home run back in the 5th. Here's the pitch from Candiotti, and Borders hits a ground the ball to first base. Deion James takes it himself for the 3rd out. We go to the 9th, 7-1 Indians. The Indians are going to get the bullpen up. I expect they're going to get Jones up in the bullpen, but I don't expect him to be coming in unless Candiotti gets into trouble. So Schneider leads off. He is 1 for 3 today with an RBI. Will's pitch to him is in the air to center. Right there is Wilson for out number 1. Here's James. Chris James is 2 for 3 with his 3rd home run of the year today. He hit this one high and deep to center. Wilson is back, and it is gone. His 2nd of the day, 415 feet, his 4th on the year. Chris James just pushed the lead out to 8-1 Indians here. There we go. Chris James getting things going. He's on fire. Deion James steps up. He's hitting 306 on the year. He's 3 for 4 today. Payoff pitch to him. And he will hit his 4th hit of the game. Base knock to right in front of Felix here. Here's Keith Hernandez. He's 1 for 4 the DH. The 1-2 pitch to him. This one's hit in the air to center. Wilson should grab this one. Out number 2. Sandy Alomar he's 4 for 4 today on the year. Indians have 18 hits today. Here's the payoff pitch to Alomar. Strike 3 looking. Left the runner at first. But we go to the bottom of the 9th. Indians up 8-1 on 18 hits. Blue Jays have 6 hits on the 1 run on 6 hits. So Jones is ready, but Candiotti has gone 8 innings, allowed the 1 run on 6 hits, struck out 7, and only walked the pair. So it'll be Soho who's pinch hitting here. Bell and Wilson are scheduled up. So Candiotti will kick and deal to Luis Soho. He hits a line drive deep to center field. Cole races back and puts it away for out number 1. George Bell's 1 for 3 today. The 1-2 pitch to Bell. On the ground, that's going to be right past the third baseman, Baerga, into left field. So a 1-out single there for George Bell. Here's Mookie Wilson is 1 for 3. The payoff pitch to him. On the ground to first. James over to second for 1. Back to first. And he beat it out. So 2 down now. Runner on first. John Oldroot at the plate. He's 0 for 1. Here's the payoff pitch to him. Line drive at the shortstop. Candiotti will go the distance. Indians will get the rubber match of the series and with an 8-1 victory. That improves the Indians to 6-8 on the year. Drops Toronto to 11-6, but the Blue Jays took 3 of 4. Player of the game was Tom Candiotti. Went all 9 innings, allowed the 1 run on 7 hits, walked a pair, struck out 7. The only run he gave up was a solo home run to Pat Borders. Offensively, we said the Indians just exploded. The only batter to not get a hit today was Carlos Baerga. He was 0 for 3, but he had a sacrifice fly, his 4th RBI. The big bat was Chris James. He had a pair of home runs, his 3rd and 4th on the year. He drove in 2 runs. They were both solo homers. Deion James had a big game. He was 4 for 5 with a couple of RBIs. And Sandy Alomar also 4 for 5 with an RBI and a run scored. Stolen base by Alex Cole. Baerga was picked off 1 time. Candiotti got the win. He's now 2-2 on the season. Jimmy Key takes the loss. He drops to 1-2 on the year. So with that, the Indians are now 6-8. We are in 5th place, 3.5 back of those Blue Jays. We return home to take on the Twins in our next 3-game set. We have a homestand coming up with the Twins and the Blue Jays. As of right now, it's Greg Swindell slated to get the first start of the series against Mark Guthrie. So we'll see how that goes next time. We're not going to play this out. Let's check out any news before we go here. Kansas City was silenced by Chris Bosio. Roger Clemens agrees to a 7-year contract extension with the Red Sox. Good for him. And Jack Howell, 6 for 9 against Boston in a 10-9 win at Fenway Park over the Angels over the Red Sox. Interesting. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. Might have some time tomorrow to air the next series before No Scripts Required is back. We will be back this week, this Friday. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Take it easy.